Today's story takes place in Wisconsin, where my brother Doug is thinking about how to beautify the back of this utility shed.
This is the back of our building, and I would like to spruce up the area and make it more cheery. Maybe I could plant some flowers here. The asphalt driveway meets up with the concrete apron of the building and forms a natural crack between the asphalt and the concrete. This might sound crazy, but I'm going to plant flowers in this crack. My thinking is that if weeds can grow in asphalt and concrete cracks, why shouldn't flowers also be able to grow in pavement cracks?
Let's analyze the situation. Doug estimates there is a 2-inch layer of asphalt over a 6-inch layer of road rock, which sits on level soil. Roots of plants would need to penetrate the crack between the asphalt and concrete and grow into the road rock, which is probably a sand, gravel, and rock mixture that could supply air and moisture, but not much nutrition to the plants. If the roots could continue to grow into the fertile soil below, the plants should grow very well. Yes, it should be possible for flower plants to grow in the crack.
I placed potting soil in the crack and watered it down. Then, marigold and zinnia seeds were planted in locations where I still could drive into the shed without running over the flowers. Flower seeds were also planted in a crack on the north side of the building.
Seeds have germinated and the seedlings look healthy. The plants are growing faster now.
Behold, we have flowers. This is on the west side of the building, and my flowers are just gorgeous. Then I had to leave an open spot so I could drive in and out.
Here's a marigold that hasn't flowered yet, and there are 2 zinnias at the end. Doug's son Aaron came for a visit and wanted to help out by mowing the grass. He entered the building from the front and started up the tractor and began to reverse out of the shed. "Watch out for the flower plants, Aaron." Aaron's quick response and evasive action saved the flower plants from almost certain death. Yes, Aaron was a hero that day, and the whole family was proud of him for saving the flower plants. He was a bit shaken, but quickly regained his composure and was able to carry on. These zinnia plants were so happy to have survived the incident and continued onward with their growth. These 2 zinnia plants are starting to grow more rapidly now.
This is August 12th, and I have yet to do any weeding on this plant. This is a zinnia. I counted the flowers. I counted 37 flowers. This is August 12th, and we have some marigolds here. And again, we have yet to weed the marigolds. They have not blossomed yet. But the zinnias are full of beautiful blossoms. We've been enjoying our flowers all season long. It's been getting drier, so I have been watering either once a day or every other day.
Rainwater is channeled from the downward sloping concrete into the crack, which moistens the road rock and soil below. This growing method features reduced water demand because there aren't evaporation losses from the soil.
We've got some weeds here, but we don't care. I haven't touched them. The marigolds are close to blossoming, but the zinnias are loaded with blossoms and they look just gorgeous. And look what we have here. Marigold. Finally starting to blossom.
2 weeks later, the marigolds have more blossoms. And the zinnias next to the marigolds have just exploded with blossoms, which look like mums. This row of flowers really beautifies the west end of the building. Just look at how healthy these zinnia plants are, and there's almost too many beautiful blossoms to count. And can you believe how much these plants at the end have grown?
Here we are on the west side of the building. This one tipped over, but otherwise these plants have been blooming all summer long. It's October 2nd. Makes a person wonder why other people don't do this. Just beautifies the whole area. Haven't done a thing to these plants. They're doing just wonderful, and this is the north side where it doesn't get much sun. This one here blew over. Probably too heavy for the stalk. Just marvelous.
These are the marigolds on the west side of the building. They just look so healthy and beautiful. And you can say the same thing for these zinnias at the end. Let's take a little top of the flower plants tour of the plants on the north side. The mum-like zinnias and the marigolds are a joy to behold.
Actually, I didn't know what to expect. But then, when the flowers were flourishing and the neighbors and other gardeners came over to take pictures, it was really fun. I really hope others try this and get to celebrate the success as I did.
The marigolds on the west side have exploded with beauty, with a blossom here and a blossom there, here a blossom, there a blossom, everywhere a blossom. The zinnia plants that Aaron's heroic efforts saved grew into this huge bush of beautiful flowers. They are just marvelous.
You could almost say it was a seed in the crack and forget method, but more correctly, it was a seed in the crack and enjoy the flowers method. Initially, I did not use any fertilizer of any kind, but then when it came to August and September when it was drier, they looked a little peaked. So I have some Miracle Grow, and I just followed the directions, and I put one application on in early August and then one application in September. And that's all I did.
The flower plants probably received most of their nutrition from the fertile soil below the road rock layer. Here is an adjacent cornfield growing in this fertile soil.
I did not have any insect problems or disease problems. There was no mildew or anything on it, so nothing was done. Actually, I think the pavement discourages insects and diseases.
We advise against growing edible crops with this method for food safety reasons because there is uncertainty whether toxic chemicals leach into the road rock and soil from the asphalt. Also, some asphalt sealers contain coal tar, which may contain carcinogens.
This is the stem of this one, and this is what we have left at the end of the year. But I'll save some of these flowers for seeds for next year.
Tree roots can lift up and destroy pavement, but we are uncertain if roots from annual flowers will damage pavement. Only time will tell. Well, Doug, it has been interesting to learn about your method for growing flowers, which didn't need tillage or weed control and required less water and fertilizer than normal and didn't have insect or disease problems. What is the name of this growing method?
Well, how about calling this the Cracky flower gardening method?
And so it was written, the Cracky flower gardening method.